So today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got Jules.
Yes.
I said it right?
You did.
Nailed it. So how you been doing? Busy?
Busy, tired, all of that in between.
Right. Okay. So you from Wisconsin?
Born and raised, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. That's known for the cheese, right?
It is the cheese state.
The cheese state. Okay. Okay. So what's like, never been in Wisconsin, like what's it like up there?
Well, I'm from Milwaukee, so a lot of people refer to it as like a little miniature Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, like Milwaukee would get they got the best food. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Everything is so authentic. It's so fresh. It's so good. And we have like the biggest festivals every year, from Summerfest to Polish Fest, Afro Fest, and every other fest. Festa Italiana, Greek Fest. And they bring out all these different vendors, and it's so amazing. Summerfest is probably the biggest one because that goes for 10 days. It starts at the end
10 days?
Yes, 10 days. It starts at the end of June and it goes to like July 4th, July 5th, somewhere around in there. They always do like these big fireworks shows to open up the festival for the 4th of July and to close out the festival. They bring the biggest acts from around the world, not just the country, around the world. And they have like these big stages, several of them. And they have like all these concerts going on at the same time. It's not even expensive to get in. It's like $12.
$12?
Yeah, $12, $15 to get in.
It'd be like $65, $100 down in the South.
I know. The food is expensive though when you go to the festivals, but the great thing is like all the vendors that are at the festival, they have restaurants throughout the city, so you can go and get their food outside of the festival. But like it's so amazing. Oh my God!
I gotta make a trip to Wisconsin.
In the summertime though, not in that wintertime, because that'll give you heck.
That's crazy.
Cold, the snow, like it's just no joke.
What's the worst snow day you had up there?
My birthday party. This was some years ago. I was turning 22 and we got 16 inches and it was cold. We had to shovel our way out of our house, down our driveway to our garage, and we still had to go pick up the cake and the decorations for the party.
Oh man.
But the city don't close.
Yeah.
Because they used to the snow.
Was you upset about your snow day? Like your birthday?
I was.
I had a snow day too on mine. It sucked. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
How many inches?
It wasn't no 16 inches. But it wasn't nowhere near that. But yeah, about like half an inch. But oh my God.
And it melted by noon?
Yeah, melted.
Yeah, see, this one stuck around for a few days.
Oh, no. How you adapt to that type of just the snow? And I know y'all have like snow plowers coming through and clearing the streets.
Snow plows come in the wee hours of the morning, so they're usually out about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning plowing all the streets. They make sure they take care of the main streets first, and then they'll come down the side streets if the cars are not blocking. Usually in the winter times, you're only actually in Wisconsin, you're only allowed to park on one side of the street. So there's even days and there's odd days. So on, like if it's the 16th, everybody has to park on the right side. If it's the 17th, everybody has to park on the left side.
That's just too much to remember that guy.
You gotta have parking permits too to park on the street. So most people have driveways or garages, and they park in those. But if you don't, then you gotta, you won't get towed, but you'll get a ticket. Unless it's the winter time. If it's the winter time and you're in you're on the wrong side of the road and you're in a tollway zone, they will tow you.
Oh, they put a boot on.
No, they'll tow you. Then you will be down at the city lot. And they don't play because they close at 5. And they, on Saturdays and Sundays they close. So,
okay.
It is what it is.
Okay, cool. So what got you into poetry?
Oh, my beloved mother, may she rest in peace. When I was younger, I used to reenact like everything I saw on TV. So naturally, I was an actress.
Yeah.
And when it was time for me to go to 6th grade, she had plans on sending me to an art school. But I wanted to go to Roosevelt Middle School with my friends.
Right.
And she was like, no, I'm going to send you over to this art school. So she sent me to Lincoln Center Middle School of the Arts, aka LCMSA, which I was so mad at her. I'm like, I do not want to go here. And, you know, forgive me, because as a kid, you're kind of ignorant. So I would say, I don't want to be gay. You know what I mean? Because you would think that, or back when we were growing up, they would say like people who were in the arts were all gay. You know what I mean? It was just, it was stupid. But don't be mad at me, LGBTQ community, because I'm not homophobic.
They will attack you.
So, I was like, I don't want to go there. You know, I don't want to do that. And I went. And one day I stayed after school with this girl who was my friend at the time. And she was on this forensics team, and she used to do poetry. And so I'm just sifting through this bin. I had never heard of poetry a day in my life, let alone Maya Angelou, Langston Hughes, Nikki Giovanni, any of them. And I'm sifting through this bin in Miss Daniels' classroom. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so dope. And I joined the forensics team, and that's what got me into poetry. The first poem I ever did was Langston Hughes, Just Like Job. And it went on from there. By the end of the season, I was writing and doing my own poetry, winning the competitions, and we was traveling, and so it was great.
Okay, that was dope. And just kept it going.
Kept it going throughout the years. I not performing so much. You know, you grow up, be a little teenager, you doing your little thing, you know, and got married and all that, and I was still writing, but I just wasn't performing. And then I got back into performing. And then when I moved to Augusta, I was like, man, I'm about to get on this stage. It took me about 2.5, 3 years to get on the stage here.
So, like, what was the transition of you coming from Wisconsin to Augusta? What made you choose Augusta?
I have a little bit of family here, a little bit of retired military family here. Just looking for a change. My mom had passed away, and we were just looking for a change. I was married at the time, and just trying to get our marriage back on track, and just needed a new environment. We settled here, and I'm still here. I'm divorced, but I'm still here.
So, just decided to stay after the divorce? Just decided to stay?
Yeah. I mean, I had kind of made a little bit of a name for myself here, you know, and found, you know, new family with people that I had never known before, but we became really, really good friends and really close. And so, you know, when you get comfortable, you kind of want to leave.
Right, exactly. So when you first came to Augusta and started interacting with some of the people that's like making moves in the city, who was the first people that you connect with when it came to acting, like doing some acting and modeling and stuff like that? Who were some people that you connected with?
As far as acting goes, I was thrust into that here. I had put out like a little flyer, a little short video or clip or something like that. I was like, I need to get my feet wet. I want to do a show here, which was Life Logs. That was the first show I've ever done here myself. Thank you.
I went to one.
And that was in 2016. But I had put like this little flyer on one of the little arts pages on Facebook. And this guy named Anthony Page hit me up. He said, hey, would you like to come and perform during intermission? He was doing a play. And I said, sure. So I went. I met him before the play, and then on the night of the play, I performed poetry on the intermission. And then he was doing the play 2 months later, but he was bringing in different writers and directors to do their own one-act plays. And so I went on an audition, and that's what birthed me. Nathan cast me as the lead in his play, It Ain't Always Him. And then I did Larabia's. I can't remember the name of her play. She's going to kick my butt, but I still love you, Larabia. And then I met Carlton T. Clay. Carlton T. Clay used to have this a show called Carlton Says Live. And one of his singers for the, he had like an artist performance portion of the show. They didn't show up. No call, no show. So I'm in the studio audience along with everybody else. And then there's so many singers in the audience. And somebody was like, she does poetry. And he was like, oh, we never had a poet. So I was like, oh God. And I thought he was
on the spot.
On the spot. I thought he was joking. This is the first time I had ever met Carlton. It was in 2016. And he was like, okay, we're back from commercial and we have a treat for you guys. Saw Jules. I was like, whoa.
Whoa, so just on the spot.
On the spot.
Okay.
So I went up there, did my thing, and like me and Carlton have been connected ever since. So, and then he has Victory Productions Network. So he does a lot of web series. I audition, even though we are really good friends, I audition for my roles that I get with him.
So that's important.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you said that, because some people feel like if they're cool with the director and the writer, that they already entitled for a part.
Right.
And I'm glad that you said that, because it's like, you know, as with directors, you want to have a good relationship with your actors and stuff like that, but you want to also let them know, like, it's just business. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm glad that you said that.
Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people think that just because we're friends, he just gives me roles. Right. Like, no. I audition for the roles. When I get like a lead role or something like that, I audition for that. Sometimes there have been a couple roles where his actors have backed out or they didn't show up on the day of filming, and he'll call me and be like, hey, can you fill in for me, please? I need you. And I'm like, I got you. You know what I mean? But that's what friends do. He does that for me. I do that for him. But those big roles, I'll audition for that stuff. Right.
Because in the end, you want to feel like you earned it.
Absolutely.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So what was the most nervous role that you had, that you was nervous, like you didn't think that you would nail it, but you actually did a good job on it? What was the most difficult role to do?
Gosh. Oh, shoot. I don't even know. There's this web series with Victory Productions Network called Sisterhood. And I'm one of the mains on that show. And I have so many restrictions. Like, I don't be wanting to kiss people. I don't want to.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like put my lips on everybody, you know? I feel you. So it makes me uncomfortable. So I had to do a kind of like a rough kissing scene with somebody. And I was and it was with my friend too. I was so uncomfortable. But like, this is some behind the scenes stuff that Carlton probably don't want me to share with nobody, but I'm gonna say it anyway. So he was supposed to pick me up, right? And I'm not a small woman. No. So you ain't have to say no like that. You didn't have to do me like that. No, but he was like, the guy was like, I can handle you. I was like, you are not picking me up. First of all, I have PTSD. I've been dropped before. And I wasn't this big when I got dropped. So anyway, so we're on camera. It's rolling. And I said, if he picks me up, I'm going to look right in the camera and you're not going to be able to use the footage.
So I'm going to look at the camera.
And Carlton thought I was lying. So the guy picks me up and I was like, right to the camera, right? And he was like, cut. So being intimate, I think, is one of those, that's been the hardest part for me.
That's like one of your weaknesses.
Yeah, because
you can express anger, fear,
absolutely,
pain.
I can even express love. Yeah, but it's just being intimate. Yeah. That really gets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you gotta be comfortable with that person and stuff like that. Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah,
I totally get that. And so you said you looked directly in the camera.
Cause like, okay, so my partner's here and then we doing like the little rough kissing and then he was like, whoosh. And I was like, Carlton was like, cut, we can't use that, cut. I was like, I told you I was going to do it though.
So what was your thought frame, when you first saw yourself on film?
I was like, oh, girl, no, that's not it. That's not it. You know what I mean?
For real? Why?
I'm my biggest critic.
A lot of women are.
Yes. And like I told you before we start doing this interview, I don't like the sound of my voice. I don't like the way I look on camera, because society tells us we have to look a certain way. So trying to work through that and process it is, it's kind of hard. Yeah. So I'm like, dang. When I saw myself in Sisterhood, I was like, I didn't realize I had gotten that big. Like, I'm like, whoa. So now I'm in the gym and I'm working out and I lost 13 pounds. I got to let the people know, honey. But, and then like, I also thought my locks were longer than what they were when they were on here. I was like, oh ass is little, itty bitty. I need a retwist now, but this was a year ago when we was filming and whatnot. But I was just like, okay, they not even long. And I'm up here whipping them. You know how it is when you get a fresh retwist. So you whip them, right?
You think they just extra long.
Right.
Yeah.
And they was like, right here. I said, okay, girl, you ain't doing nothing. But it's okay. It's okay.
But that's a good question, though. Why is it that women have, like, men don't have it rough as women when it comes to a certain way men have to look? But women has that the most. Why is that? Well,
because a lot of times men want dimes, as we're referenced. She got to look, I want the bad B, and she got to be this and this hourglass figure. And then women, we flock to, it could be 10 men in the room, right? And all the women gonna flock to the one they perceive to have money or some status. Right. So now there are 20 women competing for this one guy, but forget about them other 9 guys over there that don't look like too much. Right. Or we don't think he look like too much. Right. And so now we're trying to look a certain way that he wants us to look, and then we trying to look better than the other women that we compete with. Right. So it's like this animal that we're always fighting, you know what I mean? Right. So now, like, that's why I ain't got no retwist and I'm doing an interview. I could care less what people think about me. Right. I walk around and tell people all the time, I'm dope. I don't care what you think. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So it took me a long time to get to that place in my life. But growing up, one of my aunts used to call me fat all the time. I was a chubby little kid. I've always had cheeks. So it didn't even matter when I was like a size 6 or 8. I still had, chubby cheeks. They used to call me Jabberjaws. So, but every time she would come in town, you're just so big. Oh my God. Every time I see you, you're just so big. So then I went on this weight loss journey, right? I lost 50 pounds in 8 months. Do you think she told me I was small? Because I went from a size 18, 20 down to a size 8. She said nothing. She had nothing else to say. And so I started to, when you're growing up, like that gets embedded in you. And then you feel that way as an adult. So now we have to deprogram all of that. And that takes a lot. And sometimes people aren't ready to deprogram themselves, because that's a big process, and it can be a long process. Yeah. So now I do daily affirmations. I don't wear makeup unless I'm on set and the film calls for it. Like I just did a video shoot. I mean, not a video shoot, a photo shoot this past weekend. And I was determined not to wear makeup. Right. Any of it. Right. I put on lip gloss and that was about it. Right. But when you see me on camera or when you see me in public, in person, whatever, that's what you get. I'm not catfishing nobody and I'm not trying to make myself look like anybody else. Right. I am me. So you're going to get all these little moles. You're going to get all these freckles. You're going to get bushy eyebrows too. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Chapped lips, all of that. It is what it is.
Yeah, but I feel as a man, we will want that because you know what you really get.
Absolutely.
You know it's real. It's nothing, once you take the 2 pound of makeup off, her face is thin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. Okay.
So, your son, he's he's 19, right?
He's 19.
19. So, how do you feel? How do it feel raising a son in the way the world is set up now? Like, what do you teach your son in how to move and move around the world the way it's set up right now?
My son, if he hadn't got anything else from me, he got stay out the way, and that he moves in stealth mode, and I love it. You not gonna know he in the room. You not gonna know he coming. 9 times out of 10, he not even gonna be in the room. He don't go out. He don't party. He's never been that kid to say, I got to be at these parties and, do all this thing. He don't have a whole bunch of girlfriends or anything like that. He go to work and he come home. He play basketball in between.
You got your good one.
Yeah. Listen, that's why I ain't had another one. God got it right the first time. So, but I do talk to him. We have conversations all the time. We have a really, really good relationship. I'm like, you know what? Just lay low. Just try to stay out the way as much as possible. BS is going to come your way. Right. Keep a calm head and just chill out. You know what I mean? If they, and I tell them, you know, you be respectful, but you don't have to go out your way and say, no, sir, yes, sir. No. We don't do that. Right. It's 2020. Right. If they ask you a question, if you feel like they deserve the answer, give it to them. If you feel like they don't, why are you asking me that question? Because I'll do it. I mean, I've been stopped by the police several times. Or I was talking to my homegirl. We was sitting on the curb, and here come a cop. What are you doing here? I'm talking. What are you doing here? Well, why are you talking right here? Because I want to. Why are you getting smart? Because you're harassing me. I never raised my voice or anything like that, and I looked them dead in his eyes. You have no reason to talk to me. None whatsoever. And some people may say, well, that was very risky. It is risky. But, you know what I mean? You got to let them know. Right. You can't just come up. Just because you have a badge does not mean you have the right to come and pry in my business if I'm not doing anything illegal. Right. So if I'm standing on this public curb, just like those group of people down there, you don't have the right to come over here and dig in my business. You could have said, how are you doing today? Right. Change your approach. Right. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, exactly. So the whole, everything going on with George Floyd, coronavirus, the whole nine, just everything.
Is the Rona real?
I don't know.
Is it because when
I don't know,
you know, God rest George Floyd, yeah. But when that happened, when he got murdered, because he did get murdered,
right? Got murdered,
and the riots started happening and all the protests, the Rona cases didn't go up. They didn't go up until they still didn't go up. Yeah. But the media didn't report any cases going up until all the memes came out saying what happened to Rona.
I noticed that.
Yes.
I noticed that. Cause I'm like, there was an ass of people out there, and all of a sudden they like the coronavirus went up. Yeah. And
they didn't say anything until the memes started spiking. Yeah. And they're being shared everywhere, and people asking that question. Now all of a sudden, oh, we have 10,000 new cases of coronavirus. You lying?
Yeah.
You lying?
Pretty much.
So.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
It is.
It is. It's really, really, really crazy. Really crazy. Really crazy. I mean, I just tell my boys the same thing. It's just, you know, I tell them the bad side, the good side. Because I feel like growing up, we need to teach our kids everything. We don't need to shelter them from certain things. Because they need to know how to maneuver and how to act and talk to certain people.
Absolutely.
Just people in general. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, what are some new things you got coming up?
Oh, man. Well, once the Rona is over, we can go outside again. I'm going to be in a magazine coming up. I can't give you any more information than that.
Okay.
But every year I also host Juneteenth here in Augusta, but we're not having one because of the Rona. Or Miss Rona is out there in the street. Miss Rona. But the Juneteenth has the Band of Brothers is doing something special in honor of Juneteenth. I'm going to be a part of that, so it should be out Friday, which is Juneteenth. And I have a couple more videos coming up. I have a Women in Solidarity photo shoot coming up this weekend, so I can't wait to release that. I released a single called I Can't Breathe a couple of days ago. We're shooting the video for that this weekend, so I can't wait to release that. And I'm just really excited about that. And then I have the I Am a Black Woman. That video is going to be coming out in a couple of weeks. So I'm working with some phenomenal poets on that. So I'm just trying to work a little bit here.
All right, that's what's up. Staying busy. You always busy.
Always busy. Listen, I work a full-time job. I'm an artist. I'm a director, a producer, a writer, and I have my own business, which is Jules Royale. I'll be working, and I'm trying to go back to school to get my master's. I'm crazy.
So what you going for your master's for?
Public administration.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I feel like as an artist, I'm in front of the public all the time.
Right.
So I'm always on, and I've worked in corporate America for so long, And I mainly worked with attorneys. So public administration, I think, would be great for me, especially when I start to, because I want to get involved more with the public, in the public sector,
Right.
and maybe nonprofits, who knows, but something in the public eye.
Okay.
I got some stuff to say, and I'm a little radical.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. Good luck on that. I know you're gonna get it.
Thank you.
So before we go, you gotta tell us something. Tell everybody about the butters.
All right.
And the shea butters and the other things I was talking about, the cooling and all that stuff.
The cooling, I don't even know what that is.
I heard about being cool.
Okay, so I have a company called Jules Royale. JULESROYALE.com. You can go there. On there, you'll find my body butters. They're called the Royal Butters. There's 5 different scents, and then there's an unscented one. They come in 3 different sizes. That butter is good for your skin and your hair. It's amazing. I use it in my locks. I use it on my skin. You can use it on your face, anywhere on your body. You can use it, not internally, just externally, people. Keep it in a cool temperature so it doesn't melt. But if it does melt, throw it in the refrigerator. It'll solidify and it's still good. On there, I also sell Tresemme, and I use it for my locks. It's actually, besides the body butters, the only other thing I use on my locks. That's a mixture of different oils and some distilled water. You shake it up for each use, spritz and go. I also have Yoni Jules, which are vaginal steams. I call them tea for the cooch.
Tea for the
cooch. So those are amazing for rejuvenating and making it fresh down there. Make it fresher. Okay. And a little tighter, make it a little snug. The guys always like that, the snugness. But yeah, those are amazing. And then I have body scrubs, foot scrubs, all that stuff.
So what got you into making like your own body butters, oils, and like what got you into doing that?
Well, my I have eczema, so my skin was really dry, and you know that these lotions, they're just so watered down. Right. The quality of them has just gone down over the years, and the price of them have gone up. They gone up. So I was like, I have to figure something out. So I was online doing all this research. Then I got on YouTube University. It's, I've graduated from there several times, and I watched all these videos, and I'm like, oh, let me try this. So then I made it, and then my skin was doing like this whole transformation, and it felt much softer, smoother. I wasn't scaly anymore. And I posted a picture, not to sell, but I posted a picture. Look what I made, y'all. And so one of my homegirls that lives in Texas, she was like, what's that? I said, it's a body butter. And she was like, oh, send me some. And she's like, how much is it? I told her how much it was, and I shipped it out to her. And then people just start commenting. This was 2 years ago. And over the 2 years, more and more people have just been coming. It's been word of mouth because my website didn't launch until the beginning of April of this year.
Wow.
So it's been doing really, really well. I use all natural ingredients, no preservatives, but it doesn't go bad. So it works very well.
Yeah, I use it for my hair.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love it. All right, so before we slide off on NewbieVeT, is there any love that you want to shout out to you?
I just want to send love to my son. He's just my light. He's my heart, my everything. He's getting ready to move out on me. I ain't putting him out, y'all. He wanted to move out. He's growing up, so he wanted to move out. But he's my inspiration. He literally came along and saved my life. So he's just the most amazing person to me. My sister, who's always been my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. My sister Tasha, I call her T-Mac. She lives off in North Carolina. She left me, y'all. But we talk every day. My dad, he's so stubborn, but I act just like him. I look just like him. My homeboy Carlton, he's like my brother. I love him. Like people just don't understand. People try to make us be a couple, but we are really like brother and sister.
Yeah.
So I just adore him, and just like all my girls, you know, Sharon, Lisa. I have another company that I just started, SIS, it's Sisters in Sewing with Sharon Mimi Bennett. And so we make face masks, t-shirts. Sharon makes pillows. I don't, but she has the embroidery equipment, so she does pillows and stuff like that. So just shout out to them. They came in my life at Sharon and Lisa came to me in my life at a point in time where I had just given up on hope for people being genuine. You know, like I was one of them girls, no new friends because y'all don't know how to act. And then lo and behold, these women come into my life and they know how to act and they're amazing. So we uplift one another. We have a little group chat. We send little inspirational texts every day. We get together every week. And I just love it. You know what I mean?
That's important for women to form, because I like to see women I like to see it, but I don't like to see it. What I mean by I don't like to see it is like, I like to see women have their cliques. Mm-hmm. But then I hate it that other women can't click with other cliques. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with guys can't click with other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just, it sucks.
It does. But I have different pockets of friends. You know, I have my artist friends, and then I have my regular friends that's not artists, but they support the arts. And I have friends who don't support the arts because they're not into that stuff. You know what I mean? But I have different circles and stuff like that. So, I mean, it works.
We need that too to keep balance. We gotta have our different. So you gotta have the wild one, keep you excited, entertained.
Depending upon what group I'm in, I'm the wild one too. Depending upon what group I'm in. But yeah, I mean, we do need that's the spice of variety. That's the spice of our life. So we need that. Absolutely.
Exactly. All right. So how can they follow you on social media and your website?
Listen, y'all can follow me on social media at Jules the Truth. That's on Facebook, or Jules the Truth Spitter on Facebook, or Jules the Truth on Instagram and Twitter. Fellas, please, you know, I'm not saying that I'm the finest thing out here, but I am curvaceous, and y'all see that. Please just let's not be disrespectful, okay? Come on. My inbox is a whole dating app.
Hey, but it's fun. It's not funny, but my wife gets so many dick pics. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like it's crazy.
Listen, I don't have to go online and look for no porn or no photos. They come right to my inbox. Photos and videos. I'm like, what? And listen, look at here. They over 21, so I'm going to press play. Okay. I see what you working with here. Yeah. But ain't that wrong with it? What? We all sexual beings. Come on now, let's be clear. So some of their packages are very impressive. I'm not gonna get on them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let them do that to me, whatnot. But it ain't nothing wrong with looking right. Come on, Sean. Tell the people. It's okay. Tell the people. You didn't think you was gonna get this, did you? But no, like for real, y'all. Come on. I mean, I'm gonna need y'all to, you know, tighten up a little bit. You know, just. Don't be in my inbox sending all that stuff. I got enough. You know, I got light ones, dark ones, long ones, short ones, fat ones, skinny ones, whatever. Curved ones, straight ones. I got one that actually looks like a dildo.
Huh?
Yeah. His situation looks silicone-y. I was like, oh, that is like, very smooth.
Did he oil it? Like,
no.
He was. Base it?
No, he didn't base it. Did you say base it? He didn't do nothing. He just pulled down his pants. And I was like, your situation looks like silicone. And he was like, really? Is that a good thing? I was like, it's very smooth looking. He was like, you want to test drive it? I said, no. But I'm going to hold on to this picture in case my nights get lonely. Okay, I'm a hot mess. Oh Lord, I hope my son and his friends don't see this. Oh my God, that is so embarrassing. But yeah, like fellas, just be respectful. You know, I am looking for Mr. Right. Well, I'm not looking for him, but when he stumble across my path, I'm not gonna be opposed to it. But I'm gonna need y'all to be on the good foot, like, cause, whoo, Jesus, Charno. That be a mess, don't that girl?
A hot ass mess.
Uh-huh. With gasoline drawers on. But it's okay. Oh yeah, so how can they? Okay, if y'all want to buy products from me, Jules Royale is JulesRoyale.com. You can buy products there. Yeah, that's how you can follow me.